Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to Project Learn, a Rescale and Spark AR initiative aiming at upskilling tech enthusiasts on emerging AI technology with the help of workshops and hackathons and building a highly engaged Spark AR community. Through these workshops, you would be taught how to build your AR effects on Spark AR Studio with features that enhance the experience of Facebook and Instagram users. I'm Anamika, and before we start the workshop, I would like to run through a small presentation to share the purpose, flow, application, and benefits of being a part of this program. So, as I mentioned, Project Learn aims at helping you kickstart your career in the domain of augmented reality by training you in the technology. Next slide. So, the program structure is divided into three broad stages. In the first stage, we will walk you through Spark AR Studio and teach you how to create your first AR effect from scratch, which involves importing assets, canvas, face tracking, patch editor, and generating test link. In the second phase, we move you a step further, teaching you about advanced filters and share with you Spark AR policies before you finally submit your effect. Submission of your effect will earn you a meta certification and access to resources that will help you prepare for the hackathon. In the final phase, we will host hackathons at your college level and pan India level. You would be rewarded and recognized for your efforts and contribution. So, before I move further, I would like to quickly introduce Spark Air Studio to you all. So Spark Air Studio is basically a kind of a tool used by global community of creators and brands to create and share AR experiences using Facebook family of apps. And augmented reality, as you must know by now, is an interactive experience which digitally enhances what can be seen, heard, and touched in the real world. At the moment, we have over 600 million people using AR on Meta apps. Let's quickly have a look at what is happening in the field of AR. So, there are four key capabilities where AR is being used currently. To give you a brief insight, we all have come across these face filters on Instagram where we can add a mask on our face. This is done by using face tracking capability. The popular Swedish chain of home furnishing store IKEA uses AR to help their customer choose the right furniture for their home through the world tracking capability. Similarly, QR codes are now normal to scan, and we are now also able to scan pamphlets and business cards using the target tracking. The latest capability introduced is the hand and body tracking, which offers utility for fashion and e-commerce brands, allowing users to try an outfit digitally before they can click on a purchase. So there are few effects that I would like to quickly share with you. Like the first one that you see here, here the hair color changes when somebody screams, or you're getting a phone call from a celebrity. So these are very popular of late on the Instagram. AR also plays a very impressive role in escalating your gamifying experience by mapping effects with facial expressions, gestures, and head movement. AR has played a very crucial role during the pandemic in bringing the world to our drawing room by emphasizing on the moment, making the content much more interactive, enjoyable, and memorable. Having said this, what happens to the effect that I have created? So, well, the effect that we create, it is published on the Instagram user page in the stories section and the reels. And the most interesting part is that your effects are available for the audience worldwide to use and experience. Now, the most important that question that comes to our mind is, I learned how to create my AR effects. I'm publishing them on my Instagram. People are using it, but then how does it help me professionally? So there are many ways in which we can use AR to our advantage. We can monetize on the platform by building interactive AR effects for brands and creators. We can become AR UX researcher, AR developer, and educator. We can leverage AR in our career by identifying and solving problems. We can take AR career further by learning VR and XR. So, with so many advantages, both immediate and long term, I'm pretty sure you're going to make the most of these workshops. So, we had shared a download link for Sparkia Studio with you in the email. I hope you have downloaded it. And in case you haven't done it, request you to do it before we start the session. So, here I'm pretty sure you have downloaded or you're downloading it now. So in the meantime, I'll take this opportunity to invite Akash Banerjee, who's going to be the mentor for today. Akash is he's started his graphic designing since his school days, and his social media has always fascinated me. He has tried his hand in social media, graphic designing and marketing, and then he discovered AR, and it changed his view on how he looks at things in internet. And right now he's decided that instead of using social media AR filter, let's create an experience for users, and this is how his love for AR has brought him today to this place. So today he would be guiding you onto the first steps of your journey into the AR. He will be talking to you about how to kind of uh, build your first AR effect from scratch, and this is the effect that he's going to demonstrate it today. Right. So I take this opportunity to welcome Akash. Hi, Akash.
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hi to all of you.
So Akash, I'm leaving the stage to you, and I'll be in the background. Just let me know in case you need anything.
Okay,
Thanks, Ita.
let's do it. So, hey everyone, this is Akash, and today I will teach you how to create that sun-kissed effect. I hope you guys already have seen that on many let's say social media pages of celebrities of verified profiles, or who always take this iPhone type of filter. So today I'm going to show you how to create that filter, and you can create your own filter, and you also have fun with it. So let's start with it. And I hope you guys already downloaded the Sparkia Studio, because that's where we are going to create that filter for Instagram and Facebook. And let me share my screen with you. Okay, so yeah. So here we are now, and as you can see here, let me share my. So okay, this is. Let me know if you are able to see my. Okay, so now we are on. And this is the first thing that you are going to see when you start your first starting out with your effect. This is called Spark Studio, where you are going to learn how to create this effect. And let me shortly tell you how this about this diagram, about this home page, whatever you call it. So here is a scene where we are going to use the assets, and this is asset panel where we are going to store our assets to use this on this filter. This is simulator where we are going to see how our effect look on people on the object as well. And this is properties where if we use any type of any effect, any type of any assets here on scene panel, we are going to use their properties to uh, yeah, edit their effect actually in the property panel. So here we are, and what we are going to need here, we need also the patch editor, where we're going to program the uh, all the our effect, and we are going to see how this works. Okay, so now start with it. So the first thing we are going to need is our assets here. We will first take our assets here, and okay, so let's first import our asset. Okay, so now, okay, the first thing we need is a shadow effect, next grain, and all the things here. Okay. Okay. So now, so these are the two things that we need. The first. that is our shadow. That is the main part that is going to use, we are going to use that on our effect, so that when anyone use this effect, you can see the shadow thing. So we are going to use that shadow, and make sure you already download this effect. Without this you cannot even create this effects, okay. And now second one is grain. The grain effect, if you are iPhone user, or if you have already used iPhone, you must have seen that grain effect already. The grain effect, with any picture, uh, it boosts the picture. It's look very, classy feeling. The grain gives very classy feeling to any images. So we are also going to use that grain effect in this way. So before we start, let here you can see the properties panel. Here you can see the system compression. Always make sure you made them in none, because we don't want them to lose their properties. We don't want them to lose their what's say um, dimension and sizes. So now we are already imported our assets. Let's start creating this effect. So what we are going to need is our asset panel, and now we need our patch editor. So this is what you are seeing here. It is a patch editor panel, where we are going to program our asset, how it interacts with our effect, how it interacts with the objects who are using this effect, of people or something like that. Okay. So now, so first thing we need is see the, if when I'm creating this effect, this is in two parts, right? So first thing is we are going to use the face, and second thing is the we are going to use the whole the background. So there's two part, one is background, and second one is face. So let me start with the face first. Okay, so here we add first is face tracker. So we are going to use the face tracker first. Face tracker is, as you can see here, it tracks the face of the object, of the people, of the, whoever uses the effect. The face tracker always track the face, as you can understand its name by its name. Okay, and now under the face tracker we will use a face mask. A face mask is a thing where whatever you want to use on the face, the face mask will help you to put this on the face of the object, right? So now here our face, and we will add material with the face here. Now as you can see, we added face and face mask, and we added material here with the face mask. So we'll name this face one. Okay. Now, here we go. So we added face mask, and we added face material with the face mask, and now with material we will use retouching. As you can understand with the name, that the retouching is very important, because if you use any of the filter in Instagram or Facebook, you must have seen that the face look very glossy, very, very clear type faces. So if you want that type of feeling with your filter, so you need to use the skin smoothing effect. Okay, so what we have done is we use retouching, and here we can adjust the retouch. As you can see here, if I do it, see if let me pause it for a second. And now if you see the face, if I skin smoothing, if I made it 0, you can see the face is normal face. And when I increase the skin smoothing effect, you can see the face is become very blur. And make sure you untick this full skin effect, because the full skin, if you don't untick the full skin effect, it will blur the whole skin, and it will look very bad. So always untick this, and we will make it 85%. Okay, so now the face is looking very good, and very clear tone basically. And now we are going to use canvas. Okay, why we are using canvas we are using for the background. When we are when we are using any sort of what say any sort of color LUT, so it directly applies on the face and the background. But the problem is when we apply color LUT directly, the face effect what we have created here, the skin smoothing effect, it will automatically disabled. So what we want is we want skin smoothing effect as well as the color LUT with both. That means we want color LUT on the face, on the background, both at the same time while using the skin smoothing effect. So that's why we need a canvas to create a different uh, background for that. Okay, so now we use a rectangle. As you can see here, the rectangle is already added here. We will use here properties. If you go to properties panel, here you can use the full width and full height. It will totally cover the uh, face. And now we again use the material, and we will name the material background. So now this is what we are doing now, and we'll place the background over the face tracker. I hope you guys have already understand. If you have any question, you can put it down on the comment section. I will answer your questions as well. Okay, so now we need a color LUT to use here. So for that, we will go to the asset library, and here you can see the color LUT option. We will go to the color LUT, and we'll here you can choose any of the color LUTs. But what I am choosing here, here is a color that I personally like very much. Okay, Ludwig. So yeah, let's download it. Um, now it's already been downloaded. Now we will use it here. So now you can drag that color LUT directly into the uh, patch editor panel. And now here is the programming that we need to create our effect, and this is the programming that will ensure that effect works properly in every in every phone, in every aspects, right? So yeah, so now we'll now here's a few things that we need to create first. That is camera texture. We need to camera extract the camera texture here. Uh, Click on the camera, and on the properties panel, you can here see that texture extraction. Click the plus icon, and the camera texture will be added in your asset panel. And now go to the face tracker, and in the properties panel here, you can also see the texture extraction option. Click the add option, and it will add the face tracker and camera texture as well. So both two are added here, and now we are going to drag them in the in our patch editor panel. So the first thing what we need to do is let's unvisible the camera, sorry, canvas. And now what we are going to do is we need a texture to the effect to use. Okay, so here we are, and we need to copy and paste again this, because we want the color LUT both side, on the face and on the background. So here we are. So we will add, as you can see here, we this is the color LUT and this is the LUT shader. Okay, so we copied the LUT shader, not the color LUT, remember that. Okay, so and now we are adding our color with the color LUT shader here. And now we'll add the camera texture. There is a texture, and here is another texture. So we'll add the camera texture with the background, and we'll add our face tracker texture with the face track. So now as you can see here, we have already added the camera texture with the background and texture with our face effect. Okay, so now we are going to, here we need a texture. As you can see here, this is called return. So we want some texture where we are going to apply these things. Okay, so now go to the face and background material, face and background material. Here we are, and as a background material, as you can see here, we'll use this. um, let's visible this. So now as you can see here, that our background is visible already and the color LUT is already applied, but while we are using the color LUT, the face smoothness is already gone. and we want the face smoothness with it. Okay, so now what we have to do right now, we will add another face mesh with this, with under the face tracker. Okay, so now as you can see here, here's a problem that all you are going to face while using the, if you are using first time this Sparkia Studio. If you are using this thing look very, it is very normal to see this thing because we have not disabled this backgrounds. Okay, so let's do it. Here is the advanced render option. If you click on the background option, you can see at the properties panel that there is an advanced render option. We need to untick both of them. Okay, now as we untick them, you can see your proper face mask effect. Okay, so now go to the material with the new face mask and create another material, and here we are going to use them. Okay, so here's a, so now we will use this as a, but here's the thing, look at the face. The face is looking very materialistic, right? So what we have to do, we have to do is the, here you can see as a in property panel of the new face material, the, it is called shader type, and the shader type is shader. What we have to do is we'll do it in flat. Okay, now it is flat, and what we have to do is click the texture option. The texture will be added in your patch editor, and add the face tracker color alert with your face. And as you can see here, this, your face is already added with it. And now we are going to add some alpha with the face, because as you can see here, you can see the face is there is a, you know, border sort of thing. We don't want the border, so what we are going to do is we will add alpha, and we will choose a face mask here, face mask. And now the border is gone. So what we have done is we went to alpha and click the alpha, and then add texture. The texture I have added here is face mask texture, and you can find it on the official Sparkia Studio, where you have downloaded the Sparkia Studio. You can find the uh, material as well as there, so you can download the material from there as well. Okay, so yeah, we are already 90% done, but see, as you can see here, the eyes are looking very abnormal type of thing. So we are, what we are going to do is we will untick the eyes and mouth. So when he'll see, now it looks very much normal, by the way. And now so what we have done is we did the same thing for the background. So now as you can see here, it looks very good right now, but we have not done yet. We are going to add our grain effect as well here, but let's see, before we do grain effect and the, this called shadow effect here. So what we are going to do is we add another canvas, and okay, so let another canvas, and we'll add another, under the canvas we'll add another rectangle, and we'll again use the full width and full height with it. And let's see, let's untick the advanced render option here. And now our canvas rectangle is already open, and now we are going to add with our here is go to the rectangle that we have created right now, and go to the materials and create another material. Okay, now this is our front, name it front. Okay, or you can name it shadow, because we are going to use our shadows here. Now go to shader type of this new material shadow, make it flat. Okay, now you can see here it is flat, and we'll untick the advanced render option as well. Make sure you always go to your materials and always untick the advanced render options for all the materials until you are using this for a cause, right? If you are using any filter for which we need advanced render option, you can use that for you can use that time. But uh, if you are using that flat objects or flat this type of filter sort of thing, always make sure you always untick this advanced render options here. Okay, so now we are going to add the shadow option here. So now go to your texture and add your shadow. Now we have already added the shadow, but the thing is it's not looking like that what we wanted, right? So go to your blend mode, go to screen, right? It is looking quite better, but not that what we want. And now go to multiply. Okay, now if you go to the multiply, it will overlapping your object and as well as the background. Okay, now you can control your opacity here. You can always control your opacity here. We can do it is let's say 75%. Okay, so now this is what we have 90% we done here. So I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. And you guys already have done 90% here. Now the last thing that we need to add is the grain effect. Okay, so go to the latest canvas that we have created right now, add another rectangle and do another 100% width, 100% height, and create another material here. Go to the material, name it grain, and set a type to flat. And now we on and add your file here, that grain one. Okay, so now you can change the grains color here. You can here on the properties panel, you can click on the color, and now you can choose your colors here. But as you can see here, it is looking very bad right now. We'll use the multiply option, but and down the opacity here, and we'll do it 50%. Okay, so now and again, advanced review option, go to the advanced review option and untick all of that. Okay, so here we are. So I think we have done created this filter. This is very simple filter, but remember a few things before you start. uh, you need to your objects right on your panel, in assets panel. And when creating this kind of filter, make sure you use your materials right, and materials in and shutter type always flat, and the advanced render option always um, disable. Because if you don't disable it, it will look like something like that, uh, very weird type of thing, right? So and yeah, and if you have any question, you can comment down below. And here is our filter that we can do now. If you want to upload this thing, go to your left side. Here is, you can see your publish option. Click on the publish option and choose your experience. Add your experience, whatever experience you want to share, sharing experience. And now video calling experience. Experience is the thing that where people are going to use your effect. So my if you create this kind of filters, you can see your filters will be available for Instagram cameras, Facebook camera, video calling experience, which is in beta mode, but still people can use your effect while using video calling. And people also can use your effect as ads, or you can use this effect for Facebook ads, right? So this is what experiences. Now the file sizes, and now you can click on upload, and it will uh, redirect you to your Spark AR Hub, where you can upload your effect, and it will available within 5 days to your Spark AR Hub, and will available to use to your you know Instagram. Okay, so now let me see. So now if you have any question, you can comment down here in chat option, and I will love to answer your questions. So yeah, this is what we are doing. So I think I've done. And Do you have any questions? So as I can see here, there's no question from anyone. So yeah. So guys, this is how you can create this sun-kissed fixed effect. As I told you earlier, that sun-kissed is a thing that mostly the iPhone users use it. So I thought, why don't we create that? And now you can create this effect and upload this effect as in your Sparkia Studio, and see what you have done. So guys, if you have any question, do comment down here. So I think I'm done. Talk about their policies. Okay. So now few things you need to know before you upload your effect here. Policies stand effect. So first thing, what you before you uh, uh, and make sure your are you keep always understood it, because if it is if always well if it is um yeah, it is not
Akash, I think there is some glitch at your end. Okay. So hi guys, I'm so sorry. There is some glitch at Akash's end. I would invite Chavi to take it over. And Chavi, are you there?
yes,
Akash, there is some glitch at your end. Akash, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. What
Your voice is barely audible. There's some glitch at your end. Your screen is freezing.
but I can see everything. I don't know what happening right now.
Your voice
Okay,
is
let me
barely
stop the
audible.
screen right now. Uh, now, okay,
It's a little better, yes.
okay. So yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. It's a bit of something. Okay, so make sure when you are when you are all ready to upload the effect, make sure it follows all the criteria here. So now what we have to do is click on this publish button. Click on the publish. Now again you can see so many things here, but what you have to do is, if this, here you can see the green ticks. If these green ticks don't, if you can't see these green ticks, make sure your files, that means your files size is exceeded the size that required for the Facebook and Instagram. So make sure your files, your whatever filter you are creating for Instagram and Facebook, make sure you always, follows the file size. That is very 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 important, because if your filter, so see, sometimes I also face the same problem. Few when I started creating AR effects, I also facing that same similar problem, that my effects are not visible for every uh, you know um, platform. So what I did mistake was, what I mistake that time is, I could not follow some of my filters that time, not following the requirements for requirement sizes for the Instagram and Facebook. So some of my filters could not come up that big. So now what we have to do is, remember that always make sure your file sizes always under 4 MB and 10 MB. Okay. So now capabilities, as I told you earlier, capabilities and compression. Make sure it is always none, because whenever you use any, any assets or any texture here on the Sparkia Studio, it always make automatic, but make sure you use the none, because when you use none, it does not change your it does not change your texture effects. Uh, but uh, but if sometimes the file size that doesn't meet your the requirement, then you have to tweak this sizes. You have to play with it. And now what we have to do is, there's a two thing that you can see here, that is export and upload. Now if you export, click on the export, the whole thing, the whole filter will be export as a file in your computer, or it will save here. And if you click on the upload button, it will start uploading, as you can see. Okay, so it will start uploading, and then you can see how fast it is uploading here. And while it is uploading, make sure you follows all the community guidelines. And let me tell you some Spark AI policies here. So while you are uploading this effect, make sure you already created a demo video. As when we started this class, you already have seen that demo video that the ma'am played before you start this webinar, right? So always make sure you create this kind of demo videos here, because it will need here you will need the demo video here. Let me share where we are going to share screen. And first, and now let me share the window here. Home tab. Okay. Now here you can see that it is your file. Now here you can name whatever you want to name, blah blah blah. You can name anything, as I name your son Kist. And now you can see, here you can see the platforms, and it is available for all the platforms. What if what if our if we if our effect doesn't follow the size thing, so it will be here the specific platform only. Okay. So and now then if you know how to use YouTube, if you know how to use upload videos, you can easily understand what are categories. Here you can choose any categories. So what we have created here: immersive, appearance, selfie, love, right? And you can add a different type of formats here, camera style. So you can add any category that you want your filter to feature on. And here you can add keywords here. And now here you can upload the demo video that I have told you earlier, that you need to create demo video. And now here's a question: how you can create that demo video? So there's a two option. You can create the demo video first on the Spark AI Studio. Here you can create that demo video as well. And second one is you can create that demo video on your phone by downloading that Spark AI Studio on your phone. It doesn't matter if you are using Android or iOS, both available for both. And you can download the app, and you can easily connect this with your computer and create your demo video here. Now you can upload your demo video, and you can upload your uh, what's a thumbnail here. And if you have video, it will automatically crop any format from your video, and it will make it thumbnail, or you can upload your custom thumbnail here. And now here's the two things: set date and time, and as soon as possible. What we have to do is set as soon as possible. That means is your effect will be submitted uh, immediately, and within few days, within the Sparkia policies here, within 5 days your effect will be visible. But most of the time the effects that we submit, it approved within 48 hours. So your effect will be 48 hours, approved within 48 hours, so don't worry about that. And if it takes more than 48 hours, it will automatically approved within 5 days, so don't worry about that. Okay, so here we go. And now you can set date and time. So let's say you want your effect to be visible on a particular occasion or particular date. So you can choose your date here, and Spark AR will automatically review your filter and will publish that if your effect on this particular date. So you can choose both as well. And here we are. And when you click on submit, it will submit to the Sparkia Studio, Sparkia Hub, and the Sparkia will automatically uh, review your effect. If it is for if your effects follows all the rule regulation and all the formats correctly, it will be added to your profile here. Okay, so this is how you can create AR effect, how you can uh, upload your effect, and how you can uh, do all the things that you want. But remember a few things before we close this and start all the thing. Few things you remember that while using Spark AR is the easiest way to create AR filters for Facebook and Instagram. So always make sure you create AR effect on Spark AR to getting used to about the AR industry and AR effects, how you create, how to create, and how this thing works. And second thing, always follow the guidelines, because if you don't follow the guidelines, if your effect uh, let's say you have three times. So if your effect violates any policies for on Instagram or Facebook, it you have three times. After three times, if you're continuously, if your effect continuously not following the terms and conditions on of Instagram or Facebook, your effect your uploading option will be gone. So make sure you follow all the policies here. Chabi has already send you a link here. You can click on the link and read all the publishing, you know review policies. So make sure you understand that, and you can create. So, and there's nothing that I don't think it is very complicated here. If you know basics, see what I have done here is the basics of Spark Air Studio, and it is not very complicated. But what you have to do is you have to learn the basics things here, and do experiment. What I'm trying to tell you that do experiment with your filters, do experiment with your whatever you learn. Do experiment. Without experimenting you can't understand, you can't actually utilize your full skills. So do try experiment with these filters, but remember, without violating the policies, right? So yeah. So are we done here, or do I need to? Now, if you are following the tutorial correctly, you can submit your submission form here. Already there is a, you know, yeah, there is a submission form link. You can submit your forms here. You can submit your effects here, and let's see how many of you create these cool effects on your Spark AI Studio, and let's see how many of you try to experiment with the filters. Okay, so this is it for today, guys, and let me check if anyone knows.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in, and thanks a lot, Akash, for such an amazing session. I guess students would be benefiting from this a lot, and obviously, we have shared the submission form in the comment section. Do check it out, and also, we were waiting for your amazing effects super soon. So, yeah, thanks a lot, and again, thanks, Akash, for being an amazing trainer today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so, so, so much.
Thank you so much.